Hello and welcome everyone to another Do As We Do live. I appreciate you all stopping by and joining us. I just wanted to do a quick little update on uh, the tournament, the pickleball tournament, the first annual Do As We Do pickleball tournament, our second annual giveaway application process because that's coming due. And what else? I wanted to be here. It's been a really crazy week for me. So, yeah, as well as next Saturday, I won't be live, but we will be live on Sunday the 6th with Chris from Life with Graham. So, either way, let me just jump into this because my mom's still sleeping, and I need to get her up and get going. So, um, first off, Do As We Do is a nonprofit that was started back almost, we're going on 3 years maybe, that was started for caregivers of those with loved ones of some form of dementia. Because when I was thrown into being a caregiver about 10 and 12 years ago, it was very confusing. It was very overwhelming. And anybody that you talk to that was a caregiver, is a caregiver, or has lived with a caregiver will tell you that it's super unknown. So just all these things. And so Do As We Do was created so that way, one, those family caregivers got financial assistance. 100% of everything we raise goes to the family caregiver for financial assistance to give them a little relief. It's a small gift, but it is a little relief for self-care. It's not as big as I want it to be, but it will be there one day. But for right now, it's financial assistance. Second, it is education around and resources. First, for the future family caregiver, because caregiving should not be a rite of passage. You should be prepared. People should be talking about it. So we definitely beat that family caregiver drum about if you don't die, but you live and can no longer care for yourself, what would you do? Because you can have dementia and have a heart attack, a stroke, on top of Lewy bodies dementia, Parkinson's, frontal lobe dementia. Of course, Alzheimer's is the biggest group, but dementia means memory loss, and it is a symptom of many other diseases. So, if you are caring for someone, family caregiver, that you're caring for someone that falls in any of those categories, and you're a family caregiver to that person, then you qualify for this assistance. I want people to understand that. I get it that some states, when we say unpaid, I know the state is not paying you, or if they are paying you, they're paying you very little, and you've sacrificed your jobs, or you've taken less, or there's just a lot of things that go into, so you're not even working at your full potential because you're caring for your family member. So we want people to be preaching about how that is not how we want you to be talking about what do you want. If you can't care for yourself, then what do you want? Do you want to go into a home? Do you want to stay in your home? Well, what does that look like? All of it, you should be talking about it now, not later. And don't throw your kids into it, folks. Like, if you're in that sandwich generation of where you're caring for a loved one, and then your family member has gotten sick, then don't make your children figure that part out, right? Be open. That's what we're about here, is like bringing on our guests, our caregiver stories, everyone from Life with Grams to other therapists and other caregivers that their loved ones have passed. All those people, it's to educate others, and especially to bring awareness to that future caregiver, so that they know they need to be talking to their loved one about this. Second is just creating this support and around the community. I don't want any family caregiver to feel like they're alone, because they're not. Like I feel very fortunate that I caught this when I did with my mom, that we were so very close that I was able to get POAs, but I'm super lucky and I am the minority. I don't feel that at all I'm the majority. So I'm all about sharing the journey. Our volunteers that volunteer with us, because everything Do As We Do has been donated by either people with great talents or companies with a huge heart that have done our website and other things. But my goal here is to talk to you and tell you about my journey, others' journey. So if you are a family caregiver that wants to share your story, we would love to have you on. I'm speeding this up because my mom is slowly waking, because I know this because of her dogs barking. Yay, Millie Mae. But anyways, please apply for the family caregiver giveaway that we are doing. The deadline is November. Let me, I don't want to misspeak. Hold on. It's coming up soon. So it is November the 6th. So we will be live on November 6th. That's a Sunday. But all you have to do is go write something or do a recorded video short, and you can choose the platform of your liking, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, and you post that, tag DoAsWeDo, as well as go to the link in our bio to fill out the short questionnaire. We want to be able to help people that are family caregivers in the same position, and we help them by them getting that break. We need them to have that self-care, because when I became a family caregiver, I heard a lot about caregiving can kill the caregiver, and I don't want that happening to anyone. I'm making sure it doesn't happen to me by doing a lot of things for myself, as far as therapy, talking to people, like creating this community, all of that, right? Because I feel very blessed that my work schedule, my mom had, insurance, she had her pension, like things like that, which, by the way, that's another story that, everybody in the middle will not qualify for anything. If you own any kind of asset, you're not gonna be able to qualify for nothing, right? So you better make a whole lot of money, because only insurance is going up. But only 1% of the world will be able to afford it. And then there's a percentage of the world that will qualify. And then everybody in the middle will not be able to afford this. So we want people to be talking about care, family care. And then, but sorry, shiny penny moment. But anyways, so November the 6th is the deadline. And then we'll be announcing the winners with Chris from Life with Grams on December the 3rd. So please submit. It's very, very important. We're a team of volunteers. All the money that we've raised from this pickleball tournament, that is going to be one of them, and I'll share with that real fast. But as well as all the Facebook family donation things. We did a couple campaigns online during the year, but all the money that we get from our generous donors goes to the family caregiver, goes to the cause. One day, our aspirations are to have a team of people and a therapy center and all these other great things, but that's not where our focus is right now. That's macro, that's not micro. Micro is right now to give away this money. So with that said, I will wrap this up. Don't forget, just tag DoAsWeDo with the photo or your story or the video. Make sure you fill out the link tree in our bio. And if you know a family caregiver, please share this, because we absolutely want to be able to, give away this money. Last but not least is the pickleball tournament. If you are a pickleball player and live hold on, I'm bringing this up. If you live in El Paso, Texas, we're doing our first annual, because that is my hometown, El Paso, Texas. And we're doing our first annual charity pickleball tournament. And it's Saturday, November the 5th at Caprock Apartments, and which is 6032 Caprock Court, El Paso, Texas. It is sold out. We thanks to Pickleball El Paso, we sold out the registered within 2 weeks. But we will you can come cheer on the pickleball players. You can learn about pickleball from Pickleball El Paso. And thanks to our generous sponsors and our generous host, Caprock Apartments. Shout out to Angelica and her team over there at Caprock, as well as apartments.com. Shout out to Michelle. I can never pronounce her last name, so I'm not going to, but Mike Follis, as well as shout out to Peter Petrogon, the owner of PMY Mobile Wash Services. We were able to put on a great event that has raffles, giveaways, some donuts, nothing big and fancy, but it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. And we would hope that you would come out and check it out. It's for a great cause, and it's a lot of fun. And actually, it's one of the things that, my mom played tennis up until COVID, and because of her coordination, we are going to try pickleball now. But it's, that is a sport that everybody should be learning, whether it's tennis or pickleball or table tennis, but the coordination helps with the brain. So that'll be a whole other conversation some other day. But I'm going to throw up the Linktree link here, because I am live on Facebook as well as I'm on Instagram, and we're live on YouTube. But just go to the link in our bio if you're seeing us on Instagram. And thank you very much for everyone who's joined us. If you have questions, please just message us. And go read those instructions and do as we do. The Do As We Do Foundation was absolutely named after this saying my mom used to always say, don't do as I say, but do as I do. Yeah, no, we're not making family caregiving a legacy anymore. That is our goal, to stop that and for people to be prepared. So if you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube, there's the link right here. If you're on Instagram, the link is up there. And I really appreciate everyone so much. This community is awesome. And spread the word, please, because it's really not about if you die. It's about if you live. What do you want to happen? You need to tell your children that. Don't make your family members and your children guess, fight, any of that. Like, it causes everybody who's been a caregiver and their family members passed, they know, a lot of times things happen and people just get at odds because they're trying to do the best for their loved one, or you might have a toxic someone in their life. That's a whole other story on my end, but in my family. But for the most part, I do feel people are good and they're trying to do the best thing. Don't make them guess, please. And hashtag sharing is caring. So I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll see you next Sunday when Chris comes on live, as we wrap up the closing of the application process for our second annual self-care day, sponsored by DoAsWeDo. Thank you guys so much. Remember the pickleball, all our information is on our Facebook and Instagram page, and we appreciate y'all. Have a great Saturday. Bye.